Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the fourth chapter of Hornbill, Landscape of the Soul. This chapter is written by Nathale Trobroy. Okay, so this chapter is about painting and painters. You will know many stories also in this chapter. First of all, the story is about a painter. Okay, the story is about a painter, and the name of the painter was Bu Daozi. Okay, and he lived in the 8th century. Okay, 8th century. His last painting was a landscape commissioned by the Tang Emperor Xuanzong to decorate a palace wall. Okay, the last painting of this painter Bu Daozi. It was so beautiful landscape that the king, okay, the emperor of Tang named Xuanzong, okay, he selected that painting to decorate a palace wall. Okay, he called that painter to decorate his palace wall from his painting. And the master had hidden his work behind a screen. Okay, and the painter went to the palace. He placed that painting one of the walls from of the palace, and then he had hidden his work behind a screen. Okay, he put a curtain there against his painting, so only the emperor could see it. Okay, he covered that painting with a curtain, and he did so because he wanted that only the emperor should see it. For a long while, the emperor admired the wonderful scene, discovering forest, high mountains, waterfalls, clouds floating in the immense sky, men on hilly paths, bird in flight. Look, Shire, said the painter. Okay, for quite long time, the emperor praised this painting, admired this painting, because the scene were landscape is a nature painting. Okay, so there were all beautiful natural scenes like discovering forests, high mountains, waterfalls, clouds floating in an immense sky, men on hilly paths, bird in flight. All these things were beautifully painted in that painting. And the painter told to the king, "Look, Sire, in this cave at the foot of the mountain dwells a spirit." Although king admired the painting, but the painter was the real master of that painting. He knew each and every short things very attentively, okay, very closely, we can say. So he told to the king, "Look, sir, in this cave at the foot of the mountain dwells a spirit." Means there was a cave at the foot of the mountain, means where he had painted the mountain. At the foot of the mountain, at just near the bottom of the mountain, there was a cave in that painting. And the painter told to the king that, "Sir, there lives a spirit in this cave." Spirit, you know, Atma. The painter clapped his hands and the entrance to the cave opened. Now, to prove that, he clapped his hands. And as he clapped his hands, the entrance to the cave opened. Okay, you know it was a painting. Still, what happened? The door of that cave that he told the king at the bottom of the mountain, the door of the cave opened, the entrance gate of the cave opened. The inside is splendid beyond anything words can convey. The inside of that cave was so beautiful, so splendid that the word cannot express the beauty of that place. And then the painter said, "Please let me show your majesty the way." Okay, then he requested the king that he is going to show him the way to the cave. The painter entered the cave. Okay, to show the king that it is real one, he entered the cave. And as he entered the cave, the entrance closed behind him. Understand? As he entered, the cave entrance was closed itself behind him. And before the astonished emperor could move or utter a word, the painting had vanished from the wall. The emperor was so astonished, so amazed, even shocked also. So he could not say a word. So before he could say a word, the painting had vanished from the wall. Okay, the painter was also gone. He entered the cave door entrance, and the entrance was closed behind him. So, and the painting was also vanished, गायब हो गई, and not a trace of Budauji brush was left. Okay, not a single mark of his brush could be seen on that wall. And the artist was never seen again in this world. And that Budauji could not seen any ever again in this world. Okay, student, in my next video, I'll continue the left